What up, y'all? This County Jail. Welcome back to the channel. Coming back with another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Put your comments in the comment section. Now, in this video today, I'm gonna be talking about M. I'm doing the origins of M, so I'm going back to his juvenile story. So M was in a group home around this time. Now, M had been in a lot of group homes, man. Spent a lot of times in group homes and just in and out of detention centers. But when he was in this one particular group home, one of his homies from his neighborhood was in the group home with him. One of his cousins was in the group home with him. But when he got to this group home, his cousin ended up running away from it. So he didn't get a chance to really connect with his cousin during that time. But one of his homies from the street, from his neighborhood, was in there with him. And this particular homie, he was one that caused a lot of problems. I mean, M had a lot of love for this dude because they were similar. But this dude, he had a lot of, he always was in some kind of beef, and somehow M was always entangled with his beef and his problems. You know what I mean? Because they was always together. They were like partners in crime. It was always scheming, always up to no good and doing stuff. But when they were in this group home, all the guys in the group home were getting ready for school. So M's boy ends up getting to a fight with another dude, and they was fighting in the room. And this is before we had to go out. But this is before they had to go out for school that day. So they up there fighting. First they was arguing about whatever they was arguing with. And then they ended up fighting. You know, they was tussling around and all this and that. You know, it was a one-on-one fight, but it really wasn't. The fight wasn't all that. You know, it was a lot of wrestling and stuff. So M was standing there the whole time just watching. You know what I mean? And some guys was off to the side saying, you know what, if that was us, we would have jumped him. But M didn't feel like he needed to get involved and jump this dude because it wasn't that type of situation. It's not like the dude was sitting there manhandling his boy. So M didn't get involved. He just watched. So that same day, M had got into a situation with one of the group home staff and ended up getting arrested. So whatever M did, the tables had turned on M. I don't really know what M had did. You know, I don't know what he did, but all I know is M got arrested. And when M got arrested, he got sent to another group home. So he stayed in this group home for a day before his court date. And when he went to court the next day, the judge told him that he was a menace to society and that he was going to be sentenced to juvenile life. So M gets juvenile life, and M gets sent back to the detention center, which is his second home. So while M is in this detention center, he's on a particular unit where he's locked down a lot. He's on lockdown pretty much most of the day. But he also has special privileges because he was able to be on detail. Because M was a smooth cat, man. He always had some type of pull. You know what I mean? He always was able to get the COs on his side to where he can get what he wanted. In fact, one of those COs even told M that he's the only guy that he knew that knew how to do time. Because he was like, the rest of these guys that come in here, they be hyperventilating in the cells. They be screaming and yelling. But he was like, M was the only dude he knew that could go in the cell and just stay there and not say one word. So that go to show you that M knew how to do jail time, man. He was just the type of cat, man. He could just be on lockdown all day and he was good. But, you know, there was this cat that came on the unit. And this dude was kind of crazy. This dude came on the unit and he set a fire. And just to go back a little bit, that same dude that was fighting in the group home, fighting M's boy, happened to be on the same unit with M when he was in the juvenile detention center. So during this time, M would be on that unit with this guy talking to him, making him feel comfortable and all that. He'd go by his cell and check up on him. If the COs were handing out like snacks and stuff, M would give it to him. You know what I mean? He was just being a friendly inmate, a friendly juvenile inmate to this dude that was fighting his boy. But here's the twist right here, y'all. This dude that came on the unit set a fire on the unit. So I don't know how he got this lighter in his cell, but he was able to light his mattress on fire. So when he lit his mattress on fire, I mean, you can only imagine what that did. It like created all this smoke, and they had to pop everybody out of their cells. So he basically almost burned the whole unit down. So when he set this fire, they popped everybody out the cell. And that dude that was fighting M's boy in the group home, they was both, M and this dude was out on the floor at the same time. So M had been making this dude feel comfortable, making him feel safe, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just playing it off like nothing ever happened. So M walked up to the dude when they was out on the floor, because there was so much commotion and crazy stuff going on, because it was a fire, man. It was smoke everywhere. So when M walked up to this dude, he pieced him up. He hit him with a 3-piece, man, knocked him down, had blood dripping all over his shoes. And, that was that. And when that happened, they moved everybody off the unit and had to move everybody outside because, nobody could breathe, man. You had smoke everywhere. I know. I mean, if you ever been in a fire before, man, it's not necessarily the fire that'll kill you first. It's the smoke, because the smoke is so thick. And from you inhaling that, man, it stops you from breathing. So they had to move Eminem off the unit. And, even in that situation, man, things got crazy even in the midst of a fire like that. M still stood tall, man, and pieced the dude up. And I told y'all in the other stories that M had got jumped real bad at a basketball game. But the crazy thing about it, even though M got jumped like that, M never stopped fighting people. He was always fighting somebody. M got jumped by like 12 people. They beat him up real bad. And even after that, he was still fighting more people. He never backed down from a fight. Oh, the dude had a lot of heart, man. If he wanted to fight you, he was going to fight you. So they moved everybody off the unit. The dude that M had got into it with, M had backdoored him. That's the saying that people say these days, he got backdoored or whatever. But M was just playing it cool, man. He was just playing it real smooth because he didn't want that dude to know. He didn't want the dude to know what the right or the left hand was doing. How that saying go. But once they cleared the unit off, everybody got moved to a different unit. And once they was able to get the smoke off the unit, they moved everybody back. And when they moved everybody back, him and dude had a lot of issues, and they still had to see each other every day on that unit. You know what I mean? So when M would be on detail and all that, dude would be over there cursing him out, saying all types of crazy stuff to him. But M was like, hey, man, he got the last laugh. M pieced him up, beat him up. You know how it go out here. You gonna ride for your homie. When you out in the street, if your boy get into something, it's your beef too. Even though M had played it cool in the group home and he didn't do anything right then and there, M was one of those type of cats. He was going to get back at you at some point. So, the moral of the story is this, y'all. It ain't ever over, man. When you out there in the streets, it ain't ever over. Even though that was a fist fight, still, that was a fight that went from the street to the juvenile jail. That just goes to show you it ain't never over. It's never over, man. A dude to sit there and play cool with you the whole time, make you feel comfortable, and the whole time be trying to snake you out. That's how it go out there. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Put your comments down in the comment section. I got more stories coming for y'all. The more stories about M and his origins and how he got started. And stay tuned.